the universe is one. It says yun, verse yun, un, which means one. In Latin, one. Alright? United two words. That's what it sounds like. Alright, because I know, I know French, I know English, when I say the word universe in French, it sounds like united two words. So the universe is going forward. It's going towards something. You know what I'm saying? It's moving. Right? Because it's universe. In French, univers. Univers what? You know what I'm saying? Which means united two words. Its literal translation is united two words. Therefore, we're in this universe that's moving. Okay? So everything in that universe makes one. Right? Just like in a cell, you have different components in a cell, and then it duplicates in the same thing with the universe. Alright? And the one thing that these stars and these planets have in common is these natural resources. Not everything is hocus pocus magic shit. A lot of it is advanced science and technology that we can't even comprehend. Like Saturn's rings, for example. There might be some conspiracy, some, thoughts or whatever, but I truly believe that these rings are nanotechs. Saturn's rings are nanotechnology. Because, they say that the moon has the same sound frequency as the rings of Saturn, right? If you look at Saturn, what should I call it? Like face. If you look at the rings towards your face, you look at Saturn, it looks like a speaker. Okay? It looks like a fucking speaker. The 3D speaker, sphere with the rings. It looks like a speaker if you look at it in 2D. Okay? And if you look at it in 2D, and you look at a speaker cone, it looks like, you got Saturn, you got the cone which would represent the ring. You got ultrasonic. When your girl gets pregnant or whatever, you go for ultrasound. The ultrasound, the way it works is that it's super high sound frequency that it's able to bounce back to the machine and create an image. It emits these ultrasonics. It releases these ultrasounds, and then it reflects back to the machine, creates the image. And that's at I don't remember whether it's way higher than the audible range of hearing. Okay? Now I'm sure they can reverse engineer that technology and create images and things that are not there. If you're able to replicate an image, you can transmit images without an intermediate like a screen or a TV or whatever. Because if you can capture image with sound, you can create image with sound. Just like a speaker can be a microphone and a microphone can be a speaker, same shit. So when you say as above, so below, as above, they're going to take some more natural resources. On Earth, they're going to take some more. And the next planet, and the next planet, and the next planet. But at the end of the day, all things in life must die. So might as well use these resources while we're on the planet, because the planet is dying. But we're killing it. It's dying faster than it's supposed to, because we're taking all its nutrients. We got iron on our body. The earth has iron in its body. We have magnesium in our body. They have magnesium in their body. We have copper in our body. They got copper. We got gold. They got gold. It's like, if we take all of this shit that's in us, what do you think is going to happen to this big ass planet if we keep taking the shit? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we're in it now, so might as well use it and build our empire. Because the thing is, when we were running the world, we weren't taking all these resources like that because we were the one taking it. Nobody else was taking it. Now we got everybody taking this shit. So imagine the ripple effects that's going to cause on the planet. You know what I'm saying? But they don't care. They don't give a fuck. Me, I know I'm on it, so I'm like, yo, the fuck, I'm going to have to speak on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, what the fuck, guy? You know what I'm saying? So, yo, we got all of these stars. We see them at night. We see all of these stars. NASA said there's exoplanets orbiting these stars. And we know that melanin is condensed sunlight. It's condensed starlight. Therefore, what? There also could be beings, black beings over there. If melanin is condensed starlight, and NASA found these exoplanets orbiting these stars, I'm sure there are stars in the habitable zone that are livable that black beings are in already. You know what I'm saying? They're there already. But that's real science right there. Look it up, man. You know? They got these planets out there. And we as Earthlings, we already got technology in space right now orbiting the Earth. Shit, we got technology already fucking halfway past the fucking, you know, way past the solar system. So it's like, alright, all of these fucking technology, and then it's impossible for a civilization that's far, far away to build these things and space travel. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, come on. And that's common sense right there. And science as well. Not only common sense, but science. They got these fucking stars. And then all of these stars are made of every element that we can think of. Maybe these stars are relays. You know, because they do say that, you know, when people die, they see a white light. They see a bright light, you know. The one light I can see from here is, you know, the sun. But, you know, I'm living. They're dead. Or they're in the process of going into the afterlife. So they see they see a white light. So it's like, how can I compare the two? You know, you're living and that's dead. So it's like, how can you compare these two lights? What makes you think that their light that they're seeing is is the sun? But why not? What makes you think that it's not? Because one thing I know for sure, at night when it's not cloudy and they don't have these fucking chemtrails and shit, we can see the stars. You know, when it's not cloudy, when it's a clear sky, you can see them with your own eyes. The light that you're seeing, that's electromagnetic, that's light. You know what I'm saying? You can see it. That means that big ass sun that's like millions and billions of your size, it can definitely see that light. But us as beings, human beings, we seeing it as light. But maybe that sun is seeing it as other things. That's why I say maybe that sun is a relay. Maybe the sun, maybe when you die, you go to the sun and the sun sends you there, and then when it's time for you to come back, you know, through, you know, your DNA genetics still being here, you know, then you come back, and then you leave, you come back, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? I don't know. This could be a very, that's a theory, that's my theory. Real talk, that's my theory. Fuck what y'all think. Because, I see that sun. I know that in the wintertime, I live up north in Canada, the wintertime, you see the leaves fall. And you do see the sun not rising as high in the sky. You don't see it like that, but you see it rising up in the spring and in the summertime. You see that sun rising way up and you see the leaves starting germinating again. You can feel that heat when you're in a man, that weed is kicking in. But shit, what's it called? Greenhouse? Yeah, greenhouse. Yeah, greenhouse. When you're in the greenhouse, you feel the heat from the sun. I was gonna say glass house, but yeah. You can feel it. That's information. You're just decoding it as heat. But these plants and these leaves, they're decoding it as I had time to wake up. It's like it's alarm, you know what I'm saying? That's my theory. And yeah, that's why I said the sun is like these stars are like relays. That's the one thing they did experiments on these things, on the afterlife. They literally killed people, and you know that one thing in common, they did see a white light. They did see a flashback of their life, the most important events of their lives. They had flashbacks on that. Floating over the body, and then the white light, or bright light. But that bright light, you could go through that bright light, and the next thing you know, it sends you somewhere, I don't know. In the good place or in the bad place, I don't know. Because I do know also that all of these, one thing in common that these things have, all of these legends and astrology and ancient stories and stuff, they look up at the stars and the cosmos. They look up to these things. They map these things. Their gods are always in that region of the stars. I don't know. Because there's so many theories out there. So many. And some people are so ready to fucking ride or die for these fucking theories that they're ready. Yo, it's crazy. But yo, that for me, that's a very, very, I believe that's what it is. And then, again, depending on your vibration, because you got these technology like the moon. You got that up there. That's entrapping. That low frequency and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You can't escape. So you always come back and come back and come back to the same bullshit. Why did it want to keep you here? See? That means you have the ability to escape. If you didn't have the ability to escape, you wouldn't bother with the moon and none of that. All of this take to keep your soul, your inner being, entrapped. Come on, man. It's crazy because when I think about the speaker and when I think about that ultrasound, you know, the ultrasonic range, I need to look up the numbers or what the frequency numbers are. But if you can capture an image with sound, you can create shit with sound. There was a doctor, an Asian doctor, he did the rice experiment, and you know, the good rice, you know, the one that you cherish and you love, you say to it, that bowl every day. The next bowl, you hate that bowl. And then the third bowl, you don't say nothing. You just ignore it. The rice that you said that you love every day and the week. There. Let me blow it off. The rice that you said you love, you hate every day, that one starts to rot. The one you love, you say every day, it still looks fresh. The one you ignore, in between. But that sound, because you say it, You say that, it comes out of your mouth, and then somehow the water and the rice hears it. That's what we say when you cook with love. Don't cook when you're angry, because that food can't fill it.